Hey everybody, it's your friend Kevin with another off the chain vibe of the day focus, whatever you want to call it. As you can tell, it's a bit later in the day as I've got the blinds open and the sunshine coming in. So we'll have a nice warm up apparently in the mid-Atlantic region, which is where I live. With rain coming towards the end of the week. I don't know why I'm telling you that. I'm not a meteorologist. I'm just repeating what the weather has given us. Anyway, so what do I want to focus on today? And I had a lovely chat yesterday with another lovely friend, and we talked briefly, well, at length, I suppose, briefly, had a delightful chat about perfect, about being perfect, about saying that you're perfect. And it got me to, this is an off the chain conversation, because it comes up a lot. And I was guided to tell my friend, because it came up from the statement, I'm not perfect, but blah, 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 blah. On we went. And I hear that a lot from a lot of people. I've heard it in my various personal growth seminars. Well, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. On and on. I'm sure you've heard it. This is where the languaging and in your mind gets twisted, and it is what leads to a lot of triggers. It's certainly what kind of disguises itself in the stories we tell ourselves about not being good enough, not being seen, not being lovable, not being. The word not. Neurologist, of which I'm not one, talk about that programming, the mental programming, the neurological pathway, this habitual thing that goes on, that we say, we tell ourselves, we talk about. And I'm a big fan of Abraham Hicks, that Esther Hicks chooses the words that Abraham brings in. And they talk about languaging. They talk about the vibration that comes from what we say, what we do. Jay Shetty, in this latest book I'm reading, Think Like a Monk, talks about the monk mind and the monkey mind, and the difference, monkey mind and monk mind. It's like a polar opposite. So this got me thinking about the idea that we are all perfect, because we are. How we are, who we are, what we are is perfect. Perfect. It's this idea that because we're different from other people, why would you want to live on a planet of clones? That the other people are not perfect. Now that's one theory, and this is where we get our imperfections from. This is where we get these descriptions, these comparisons. And the next thing that says, I'm to this, I'm to that, I'm not enough this, I'm not enough that, I'll never do this, I'll never do that, those feelings that keep us prisoner of the language, right? So what I asked my friend to do was to consider that indeed they were perfect in all ways, shapes, and to recognize and admit that there is room for improvement. Even taking it a bit further and saying, I'm perfect, just as I am, and I can improve. By making a statement that I'm perfect just the way I am and I can improve, it opens the door to what's possible for the improvement, if that makes sense. The other day I talked about you level up and you're at a new level because you passed over the edge of change. I talked about, when I think I'm done. No, we are never ever done. There will always be more. Think about the jobs that you've had, however many you've had. Doesn't matter whether you're at the beginning of your career or at the end of your career. Each time you go for a job, there is this desire for more money because everything else went up. Housing goes up, cars go up, things increase, inflation happens. That's growth. We have to have it. We have to look at it. We want new clothes, different clothes, and eventually the clothes that we've already used and worn either don't fit, they're old, they're falling apart, or it's not representing who we are. There's the improvement. So there's areas of our lives that we are perfectly okay improving, and other areas of our lives we don't think we could possibly improve. We don't believe we could possibly improve. We have the desire to improve it, but then there's this, I call it sinkhole of sadness. In the sinkhole of sadness, we get to, I'll never do it, I'll never be it, I'll never have it, I'll never la 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 la, and we're stuck in that sinkhole. Too deep to climb up out of it. Rather than, there is no sinkhole. Change the language, change the vibration, change what you do, what you say, how you say it, how you look at it. Now that's tough. Because if you have been vibrating, talking about, digging into the ego of I am not tall enough, I am not thin enough, I am not this enough, I am not that enough. What's my latest one? I'll share that. Oh, I'm old. That's another thing that popped up. This age difference, particularly when it comes to romantic relationships. You can have a friendship with somebody who may be 20, 25 years your junior, right? Let's just say that. We'll just say you've got a person who is my age, 60. And I might be friends with somebody who is 35, right? And that's perfectly okay. Can have a cup of coffee, can do what we've got to do, go to the movies, have dinner, blah, blah, blah. The minute that love, the feeling of love, comes in, and we'll talk it romantic love, that love that makes you feel good, that love that makes you feel wonderful. The minute that begins to open up, then comes all this insecurity. The idea that if you are the elder, that you are somehow not deserving of this younger person. Then there's another story. Oh my goodness, I am old enough to be this person's parent, whatever. Oh my goodness, so-and-so is going to think this. Oh my goodness, so-and-so is going to think that. Oh my goodness. The worry of what it all looks like. Again, fitting in to what someone else believes you should be, could be, need to be, or want to be. And how about, what if this ends up being an amazing, fantastic relationship? It might be that the junior of the two may find something in the senior of the two interesting, might learn something. Not that you're a teacher and a student, because that gets creepy, but in that way that you can find something endearing, loving, kind, caring. It is the judgment, it is the feeling that somehow we're doing something wrong. Because, our culture and our society loves to point out all the imperfections. They love to go after pointing fingers and judging people. There is something wrong, morally and legally, about manipulating someone. When you know that what you're doing is wrong. When you know that you're taking a person who is not mature enough to make the right decision and manipulating them for your own ends, that's wrong. And it's not perfect. And it's coming from another place. It is challenging to accept these flaws in other people, but the easiest way to deal with it is really to go inward and ask yourself, I'm already perfect, and I've got these flaws. They're sort of character flaws that I'm really willing to change. I'm really willing to make an alteration to them. And I can improve by doing it. That inward growth, that inward vibration, that inward pathway, if you will, then becomes a new light. It becomes a new lightness, a new sense of joy. Will we always bump up against people that are less than, that are in that kind of not so great place? Yes. It's been going on for centuries. It's been going on with leaders, powerful leaders. In our current culture, we have the news spilling out members of the royal family doing it, which is none of my business, none of my concern. I'm not any of the people that are involved in all of that. Now, am I turning the blankets over the top? Well, in a way, perhaps I am. What can I do about that? Wasn't there at the time, wasn't responsible for it, not responsible for the outcome. And it really is, I don't know how and why I would waste any of my life, my time on this planet with you, chatting away, worrying about any of that stuff. These are the things that create those shadowy places, the flaws, the pieces that we might find imperfect, but you're already perfect and you can improve. Like I was talking about my health. What I've now realized, and it is working, people, is let me adopt a plant-based diet. Okay. I read a bit about some celery juice. Well, how bad is celery? Not bad at all. And yesterday I chopped up a whole bunch of celery, put it in my Vitamix and churned it up. It was something I had to get used to when I don't know if any of you've put celery in a Vitamix or a blender and, done that. There's the juice at the bottom and then all this thick frothy mess on the top. And I thought, well, I'm not sure I like that frothy mess on the top, but I'm going to try it because, listen, I'm on the road to improving my health. I'm on the road to becoming healthier. I'm on the road to make it happen. And I drank it. And each part of the day, I was testing sugars. And I watched them go from, and I'll say it, 205, which is probably close to 8.5%, to dropping down to 140, to getting to the lowest at the end of the day, 130. And I followed some of the other growth things that they talk about doing this interval training. Now, I was a yoga instructor. There's a big difference between teaching a yoga class and practicing. But I took some yoga principles, plank, high plank, low plank, up dog, down dog, and did a bunch of those. 30 seconds and then rest. And then some more and then rest. And then some more and then rest. And getting my heart rate up to, now, I have to get my heart rate to 65% because I've only got 65%. Well, actually, got less than that. I've got so much of my heart that isn't working. So I've got to be a little careful. So what would normally be 85% of your heart rate, you take your age away from 220 and that's your maximum. And the idea to burn and to get your heart rate up is to be 85% of that maximum. So mine should be somewhere around 106 beats per minute. And I got it. I got to 100. The idea is I could do this interval training 3 times a day for 10 minutes. And that is a way to burn the unwanted, basically it's the unwanted fat and the unwanted sugar. And I did it. And I noticed there was this big shift in the sugar levels by, I did it at like 1 o'clock and then I did it again. And I noticed by the evening, the sugar levels had come down. So as I go about my daily business, exercising and stuff like this, I'm able to track it. My big point with telling you that is you can take the information that you might say, oh my God, that's just a mess. And it may be too difficult to improve. Or you can make a commitment, I can improve, and take it a piece at a time, a bit at a time. It all starts with committing and saying, yeah, I'm going to commit to this. And then making those pauses, think, know, and feel right here. Well, why do I feel this way? And pause. Why do I think this way? And pause. What do I know about this? And pause. In every situation, take that time. I hope that helps. So I'm going to get to the cards and we're going to see who's coming today to talk about perfection. All right, let's go to my other camera. Oh, I should tell you while I'm shuffling, thank you, all of you that have gone on to the YouTube channel and you've liked, subscribed, you've written a comment. It is helping. Those numbers are improving. Those algorithms are going up. So I am truly grateful to all of you who are doing it. Keep it going. Keep it happening. Because I want to really take this off. I want to really make this go somewhere. All right. Oop, we got one that fell out. New beginnings. Well, that's what I need. New beginnings. Father in the sky, Mother in the earth, thank you so much for being with us. My intention with these cards is to bring a message for everyone today that can set them on their way, set them on their week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go. Here's a card. So new beginnings that popped out. Thank you, angels, for opening up the doors to change. I am ready. That goes along with I'm perfect and I'm willing to change, or I'm willing to grow, or I'm willing to improve. Trustworthy friends. Ooh, yes. Now this is an interesting little combo. I've never had this Trustworthy Friends card come out. Incidentally, this is from Angel Prayers Oracle. Go to kylegray.co.uk. I think that's his website. There are links to tell you how to go purchase this. I mean, they're on Amazon, they're on Hay House. But when I go to the actual author's website, the links that they give you actually helps to benefit them. So I like to do that. I think there's a lot of time and trouble went into creating these cards. All right, so let's start off with the new beginnings. And let's just ponder that. Opening up the doors to change, and I'm ready. So here's what I have to say about that. We know that there are angels, spirit guides, ancestors, people that we've known that are on the other side that are working towards us, working for us, working to keep us safe, keep us growing, keep us moving, going forward and expanding. And this card basically says we are all, the whole planet is on the precipice, the beginning of something new. In this card you see an angel, you see the big doorway, and see them just flying through. If you're looking for something new and different, which I think we all are, and you're tired of the same old, give yourself a break and let yourself know that the angels and the spirit are here guiding you towards it. You don't necessarily have to know what the details of it are, but just know that a new beginning is coming. You're part of that new beginning, and you can actually take time to choose it. Now let's go to the next card, Trustworthy Friends. And you again, thank you, angels, for surrounding me with people I can trust and love. And I love this image on here. You've got two angels. They look like they've just finished a fitness class. One on top of the other, joyful, carrying on, all good, everything's great. That's really where we need to be with the people that are in our lives. If you have folks in your life that aren't benefiting you and what you're about and supportive, and that goes for who do you support? Who do you benefit? Who are you being an advocate for? A buddy, a coach, whatever that looks like. And is that for your highest good? Or do you feel like it might be a chore? Or do you feel like, oh goodness gracious, I've got to do this again? All of these things. There are adjustments. Without judgment, we can look at the friends in our lives and we can count on the ones that no matter what, no matter where they go, what they believe in, who they're with, how they're with them, we're going to support them no matter what. And the ones that we find they are more of a friend to we're more of a friend to them than they are to us, and vice versa. There are people that give unconditionally that we don't spend as much time with as we should. So think about that. Look at it. I'm going to read what Kyle has to say about this, because this is the first time I've ever pulled that card, and I rather like it. The friends you spend time with are without a doubt trustworthy. When you pick this card, you are surrounded by many earth angels and souls who have your best interest at heart. The people who make you smile, laugh, cry, and the souls who will be with you throughout your journey on earth. And you're being encouraged to enjoy spending time with them. You have in this lifetime, because you have so much in common. And as you have fun with your friends, the angels will join you and enjoy themselves too. You may have felt a little left out recently and unsure who is being real in your life. Well, don't concern yourself about that. The angels are here to help you. By surrendering any friendship issues, worries you have with them, you will allow a source of love to guide you to peace and the peace you deserve. Angels will help you realize and know who really is on the same vibration as you, so that you can truly enjoy your social time. If you feel that you don't know who your friends are, follow the prayer on this card, and the angels will direct you to those who will support you and allow you to support them. Friendship means balance, and it is as blessed to support as it is to be supported. I love that. It is as blessed to support as it is to be supported. So if I put these two together, I probably would say, without a doubt, if you've got some friendships that have passed out of your life or on your journey, and you're up for something new and different, know that new beginnings coming, and trustworthy friends will be supporting it, or may even come in to bring it to you and through you. So just be open to this 2022, and the number 2 is about duality. It's about connectiveness. It's about collaboration. It's about new partnerships. And it's also on the astrological chart for, I think, the planet really, where they're all lined up to very quickly find these alliances, very quickly find love where you didn't think you would. I feel that psychically, spiritually, because it goes along with the fact that we've all been shut up for so long. We've all been under these restrictions for so long, tied up, and we've been sort of inhibited. Now we've reached that point of freedom, autonomy, sovereignty. We want to be our own people. We want to be our own person. We're breaking through social, cultural boundaries that stopped us from being exactly who we are and claiming our power and doing our thing. And, you know, this is part of my intention, to let you know that you're here for a reason, and a very important reason. So I hope this helps. Don't forget, go onto the YouTube channel, click like on the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I would imagine most of you are subscribed. And then till next time, I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.